So, Sunset Riders is a game that was for the... It's a 1993 game, but I think it came out before then for the arcade. Very hard arcade game, starring a cast of flamboyant cowboys. My first advice is, in the options, don't play on easy, play on normal or hard, because easy's just... the bullets will be so slow that it'll actually might even be harder, I think. I'm not sure about that. Because the only difference between normal and hard is that the bullets go faster. So your characters are Steve, Billy Bob, and Cormano. Yeah, Steve, Billy Bob, and Cormano. Like, what the fuck? Cormano seems like the best character because he has a bullet spray, but he actually sucks. You want to pick Steve or Billy, because either of these characters have more damage per second, which is the only thing you want for the bosses. This guy looks like the Penguin, and he's also named Simon Greenwell. He's like the Western Penguin from Batman. Okay, so the first trick that I can tell you is pretty self-explanatory. Go into all these doors. But give this game a try, because it's really hard, but it's very fun. It's one of the better arcade games. When I was a kid, I thought this game was so freaking hard, and to actually finish it, I don't know, there's something about actually finishing it fair and square, and I beat it on hard, too. And it was hard. It's a little harder on hard. Not so much harder that it's like a million times harder, but this is the first trick, aside from... well, the first trick is to grab all the power-ups. Particularly, you want to get the... shit, look at this. It's ridiculous. Look at this. This is so stupid. These bullets are just like, they're so slow. They're not that much faster on hard either. And in some cases, like there, it's actually harder on normal because the bullets are slower, so you can jump over them, but you have to wait for them to line up. So you're invincible when you're jumping up and down from something. So that's the first trick that I can... second trick, I guess. I'll give you a number of tricks to make this game beatable. But that's a really important thing to learn, is when you do this, you're invincible. And so if you just like juggle going up and down, you'll be invincible the whole time. You absolutely have to do that, particularly on the last boss. If you don't know that, you won't be able to beat the last boss without cheating. I mean, as far as I know, I don't know of any other way. Because the last boss is literally bullets coming from every direction and a balcony. Okay. So the next tip I have is to watch for these knife guys, because they can kill you. They just run up and knife you, and they duck, so you need to duck when they duck to kill them. Yeah, you're shooting at them with a 6-shooter, and they're coming up to knife you. And I guess a 6-shooter back then was what a 44 Magnum would be today. That's what he has, I think. I think that's all the old revolvers. They were just 44s, or they had the 8 chambers. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. This is the first boss, Simon Greenwell. What you want to do here is you want to not be under the barrels. You want to take the barrels out, but you don't want to be under them. And you want to take the barrels out as quickly as possible because they get in the way of shooting these guys. And if you press, I think it's the A button, you can slide. Yeah. Ah! What the fuck? Alright. That didn't work out. That was the stupidest death I've ever seen in my life. What you actually want to do here, ideally, is take the guys on the side. Fuck this game. He'll be easier once you get the barrels out of the way, because it'll be easier to hit everybody. You don't have to kill these guys though, but it'll just make it easier. Because then you'll just have to deal with his 2 very slow-moving bullets. Also, by the way, the music in this game fucking rocks. Yeah, see, now he's got nothing left. All he can do is slowly shoot at you. When I was a kid, this was like so ridiculous, because it's just like, the levels are not that hard, but once you get here, it's just like there's so many bullets coming at you. But if you do it that way that I showed you, it's a lot easier. The fact that I lost a life is neither here nor there, because that was bullshit. Barrel hit my fucking head. My next tip is that you get an extra life at 50, and I think then 150,000. So you get per a certain amount of money that you gain, and you get money from killing bosses. It's basically points. Killing bosses and the bonus stages are the main ways you get the money, and it scales upwards, so you get more extra lives near the end. You get about 5 in total if you play correctly, so you can beat the game on one continue. So this stage is on horseback, and it's a pain in the ass. Both the horseback stages are the hardest, because you're on a horse, and look at this. What do? You want to jump over the bullets, but you also want to, like, not... The horse can touch it, but it can't touch your legs. So, yeah, you see that? Like, the horse can touch the bullet, but you can't touch the bullet, but if you're... But it's just so confusing, because part of you is on the horse. It's just... I can't even explain it. And I think if it even touches the saddle, you take damage. Like, it's not... The hitbox is very odd, so it's just not... It's not very fun. I really hate the horseback parts. This whole level is just horseback until the boss. But thankfully, that's the only hard part. The train's easy, because the train, everything just pops up and you shoot it. You can actually shoot them when they're not even on screen. But, yeah, it's very easy. It's almost impossible to lose a life here. Said the guy who then died. I'm just fucking up for no reason. Whenever I say something like that, it's like you jinx yourself, I swear. This game is really not that hard, but it takes time to learn everything about it. And there's quite a bit to learn about it. And there's actually a total of 6 strategy guides for this game, if you can believe it. So it does require strategy. It's hard. I mean, beating this is an accomplishment, I'm telling you. And the final boss is you'll see it. Yeah, see, like right there. And I beat this game on hard, and the final boss is actually the Chief Wigwam. Yeah, that's his name. Is actually the hardest. The 6th boss is the hardest, but last boss is a nightmare too. The 6th boss is just a painful joke. But I'll show you that when I show you that. So the goal here, you absolutely have to take out the guys next to him first, because he has 2 phases, and in the second phase he just jumps at you, and so you can get hit by a stray bullet because if these guys are shooting at you. So this is the one level where you really want to use the slide, because you need to slide under the bullets because you don't have enough room. I haven't needed to slide yet, but now I do. See, if I didn't slide there, I would have taken the hit. There's no question about it. Pretty much, it's very frenetic. It really gets your nerves going once you start playing this game and trying to win, because it is very predictable, but it's difficult. The enemies move in predictable patterns, and those are the best kind of shooting games, because it means if you suck, it's your fault. And that's kind of the case here. If you suck at this game, it's kind of your fault. Except for those horse parts, those are just annoying. But yeah, you just want to keep firing at him, and then he'll jump at you. Once he jumps at you, immediately crouch and just shoot as quickly as possible at him in whatever direction he is. Don't bother running from him, because he'll shoot bullets that will he'll lead the target on you. It's almost impossible, and it'll only waste time. If you do it that way, you'll always kill him when he jumps at you, but you have to have the soldiers killed first. So you see, I got an extra life there, and now there's a bonus stage. Basically, what you want to do is you want to just keep firing at them. I mean, that's common sense, but basically when they jump up, you want to shoot the first one that pops up. So because pretty soon they're going to pop up in order. Like now. Alright, I got all of them. That one's not too bad. The next one is kind of hard, but you want to make sure you shoot them in order, otherwise you won't have enough time. And basically the way you do it is you point the cursor in the direction, then you press shoot.